Hi Aquarius, welcome back to my channel. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified every time I do post. And if you are interested in booking a personal reading, all the information for that will be below in the description box. So Aquarius, when I was meditating on you guys' energy, I actually was getting good energy from you guys. I was getting fresh beginnings, brand new energy. Okay, so I feel like you guys are really focused on new. Like you want new energy. I feel like you want to execute something new as well. There's something here in regards to divine timing. I feel like you have been holding yourself back. I feel like there's something that you may want to launch. This could be a project, this could be a business, this could be just something that you have been working on, and you've been on a crossroads whether or not you should continue doing it, whether you should keep putting your energy into it. Is it a waste of time? I feel like you are going to get the clarity that you need, but I do feel like you need to step out on faith a little bit more and have a little bit more faith within yourself, because I feel like once the universe and once spirit sees that you have that faith within yourself and you have that hope within yourself, the rest of everything is just going to fall through and follow. Okay, so let's see messages for the Aquarius. You have shadow work. Facing hidden fears, exploring darker emotions, accepting imperfections, meet your darker self. I feel like you could be also doing a lot of shadow work at this time, or there's a need to do some shadow work. I'm getting I heard triggered. So I'm getting there's still some things that maybe trigger you a little bit, and maybe you are actively working on that, which as long as you're trying, that's all that matters. I feel like just continue to, so what's a good thing to do when you're doing shadow work is keep yourself a journal. When you keep yourself a journal, when you go through certain things, just always write down exactly what it is that you're going through. Write down like the energy that you're feeling, your emotions you're feeling. When you're writing, like, say for an example, say you're upset, you're sad, or you're triggered or something, pull your journal out and write down exactly what emotion you're feeling. And then under that, you need to be writing down what triggers that feeling in me. What am I triggered by? And then why am I triggered by that? And then how can I heal that, so that way if this ever comes around again, or if I ever have to deal with this again, it will not, it will not affect me, or I can handle the situation better than what I have before. Okay. You have energy vampires, draining connections, toxic influence, protect your energy, time to cut cords. If you haven't watched your love reading in my shorts, go watch it, because this is that same energy. I feel like you are dealing with energy vampires around you. I feel like it's very draining. I feel like, you're starting to realize that you deserve better and you want better. I feel like you starting to realize that, time's up for certain things and certain people in your life. And it's kind of like there's, again, like I said in your love reading, you're done compromising. You're over it. You want something new. You want new energy. You just want to deal with things that, it's like you want to close out and get rid of baggage and dead weight. I feel like you have to be careful of the people around you, because I feel like there's people around you that knows your triggers, and there could be people that purposely are trying to trigger you. You could be trying to focus on being more grounded. You could be trying to focus on, just staying to yourself and protecting your energy. But I do feel like, you do have people that are poking at you. You have hopeless romantic, side piece, unbothered, and toxic love. You could also be dealing with a situation to where maybe maybe you found out in regards to like a third party, or maybe you're finding out some type of truth. I feel like you are a hopeless romantic. I feel like you are somebody that, you fantasize and you want a special type of love. But I feel like sometimes, you run into things or people or situations where it's like you kind of overlook red flags. And I feel like, you're starting to learn from that, You have toxic love and you have unbothered. I feel like there is a situation where maybe you are dealing with a toxic situation, but I do feel like, you're trying to stay unbothered. You're trying to protect your peace. I feel like you're just not giving a fuck anymore. Breadcrumbing. You could be breadcrumbing this person, or this person could be breadcrumbing you. But I don't know, Aquarius. I just feel like it's just, yeah, 2 cups at the bottom of the deck. This could be a relationship or connection. The Sun card. This could be a Leo, someone with Leo in their chart, or there could be some type of truth that has came to light. You can be enlightened about something. Messages for the Aquarius. You have the 5 of Swords here, and you have the 6 of Cups. I feel like this could have been a connection that maybe it's from like childhood. Maybe you've been dealing with this person for a while, and maybe I feel like, you know, again, it's just exhausting. It's the same thing over and over. This could be somebody that maybe you've been dealing with since I'm getting like 2005, 2006, or maybe 15, 16 years old that you were dealing with someone. You have the Five of Wands. It's just constant conflict. It's just constant like arguing with this person, not being on the same page, not seeing eye to eye, but there's still like an energy of trying to hold on to the situation. I'm feeling like somebody is wanting that feeling or that connection that you guys had like when you first got together, like when you first came to like fuck with each other and shit like that. But I'm feeling like, I don't know, I'm getting that like someone else is feeling like, you know, that type of feeling that they had or that connection is kind of like withering out. Like they don't feel the same way that they have before. It's like, it's getting the energy of like, if you've been dealing with somebody for like years and years and years, it's like this could be the energy of like somebody falling out of love but still having love for somebody, is what I'm getting. You have the King of Pentacles and you have the World card. This could be an earth sign, someone with earth in their chart. This could be somebody that maybe you had like a foundation with, or maybe you had like some type of business with. You guys shared finances or something. Maybe this person was helping you out financially. I'm not sure. But I feel like a cycle is closed with this person. Again, with the beating a dead horse, I feel like this connection needs to end. Tell me more. Somebody could be breadcrumbing with like finances, so somebody could be being stingy with finances as well, because remember that breadcrumbing that was at the bottom of the deck, and you have the King of Pentacles here. You have the Seven of Coins, the Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Coins, and the Nine of Coins. Yeah, somebody is trying to keep the spark within this relationship. Somebody's trying to hold on. Somebody's trying to be patient. You know, somebody is still trying to keep the, trying to keep the excitement going, trying to keep hope within the situation. I don't know, somebody can also still be trying to do things to try to work on the connection as well. With the Eight of Coins and the Nine of Coins, this can also be the energy of like somebody working hard or trying to do everything that they can to try to keep someone happy. I'm also getting like somebody is going out of their way to, do things to keep another person happy, but it's like the other person is still just not happy. And I feel like the other person is not happy is because they honestly don't want to be there. They truthfully don't want to be there, but it's like they don't know how to say it. They don't know how to, or you've been dealing with this person for so long, or there's some type of like codependency within a connection. But you have the Moon card here, and you have the Ten of Coins with the Three of Coins. So there could be some type of secrets or something that was hidden in regards to like some type of partnership, some type of like, again, money, finances, some foundation or something. You have the Empress card. This could have to do with children. This could be like a family situation, but there's some things that are still hidden, or there's some things that are being kept like concealed is what I'm getting. Tell me more for the Aquarius. You have the Page of Cups here and the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you are somebody that, you still want to try. I'm getting like you have some type of emotions for this person. I feel like you do want to work things out. You do want peace within this situation as well. But Aquarius, I feel like you see a future with this person. You see a foundation, and I feel like that's where you want things to move forward towards. But at the same time, there's a Tower here. And you have the King of Wands. So I feel like you have to be very mindful of who you're dealing with. I feel like you need to really talk to this person and make sure they want the same things as you, because a King of Wands energy can mean like somebody could, be in an energy of worrying about themselves and like their own pleasures and what they want, and just going to be showing up how they feel like they want to or need to show up. So I feel like there's a Page of Swords here. So I feel like either I feel like you are, or this person, there's an energy of like ghosting or isolating, staying to self, but there is also an energy of watching, trying to get information. If there's things are hidden, I feel like you're going to be digging for information, or you're going to be trying to find out the truth. And I feel like you are going to find it. I do. I feel like you might do some lurking, or or it'll straight up come to you. So, all right, Aquarius. Yeah, I feel like after this, you're going to be moving forward. gracefully. So, you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video.